This is the mighty 105mm Sherman. If you haven't met it before, it's a bitch. It's terrorizing all of ground forces right now since its inception in 1.45. And this is by far probably one of Gaijin's most under-tiered anythings they ever put in the game. Other than that, though, I don't think it's as terrible as people are saying. Once it gets a better battle rating, let's say early tier 3, it'd be happy at. But I'm going to take it out, and this is actually with good matchmaking. I won't be fighting tier 1 tanks like it has been. This is actual tier 2, maybe a little tier 3 things running around. But it's still a very dominating tank, and we'll have some fun with it, and I will, this is up for debate. This is obviously going to be fixed sooner or later. But I still want to take it out and have some fun with it because I've been waiting for US tanks forever. And this by no means can stand any longer. We can see I'm rolling through the new map, Eastern European map. And you can see something over there. I don't know if that's friendly or enemy. It's kind of odd because like this thing is sitting basically right at where the M4 and the M4A1 are sitting in the tech tree. This thing needs to be moved down to like the M4A2, M4A3 battle rating at least. That's a 105mm howitzer, basically artillery cannon on there. And it fires a high explosive shell, which is blowing away anything that isn't bolted down. And oh, we got an enemy over there, so let's set up. It's better at range, but this thing can do everything, especially at this tier. Let's see if I can hit this T-34 over there. Zoom in, and the shell is quite potent too, obviously. Here we go. Fire shell. Get a crit. That's basically how this thing goes. I hit his side and it's gonna... This thing will kill crew inside, blow breaches apart. You name it, it does work. It's a very, of course you imagine it's a short barrel, heavy round filled with explosives, so it's gonna lob quite a bit. So it's kind of like an artillery gun. I don't know if they got the ballistics quite right. Do they need to increase reloading time? A battle rating plus probably changes to the gun are probably imminent as well. But you can see I'm getting target undamaged on the higher tier tanks, so it's not a one-hit kill. There we go, got somebody over there. It's not the one-hit kill that a lot of people have been advertising it as. Or I might just suck. But it is a killer. And especially with the frontal armor, the way the Sherman has, if you pull up the X-ray diagram on the armor, this thing has ridiculous sloped armor on the front. And not many things that this tier can get through it, but you can see I have some KV-1s running around. There's a SU right there. Those are all things that can probably kill this tank. I don't know where that shell came from. Let's quickly get across the bridge, and I want to advance on the opposite side and do some work. This is not what this urban combat was not what this tank was meant for. Oh shit, where's that from? And the T-34 decided it was a good idea to park on the bridge. We're kind of open, dude. Drive, 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 drive. Never stop. So head to street, and then we'll keep pushing. I guess that'd be to the north once we get around this corner. Pull hard left. I kind of look at this thing as the American KV-2, personally. Just a big-ass derp cannon. And the KV-2 gave its tier quite a bit of problems early on, too. So, like I said, this is why you can still say American tanks is still in testing or early development, nonetheless. I think it's also a problem because they didn't have any real heavy tanks. They put this thing, they're qualifying it as a heavy tank. And there's the prototype, and then you have like the Pershings and stuff that come later. But this is basically it. So I think they're trying to put in an early US heavy tank, and this was the bad choice. This thing should probably be under the, I don't know, self-propelled gun. It should have its own category in my mind. It and the Priest, put it together. Marry its own little artillery tree together. Oh, here we go. Here's a guy. One problem with this shell is that when it hits fences, holy crap, that hit the front of him. Sometimes it'll blow up on trees, bushes, fences, so you need a clean line of sight to hit it. So if you're in trouble and something's chasing you, this shell has no... There we go. There's a second hit. Just blew that poor little guy. The M24 had no chance. That's a light tank. That shell might have been bigger than his tank. Anyway, if you drive, and I'll show you in a bit here. If you... Oh, there's a guy. Let's send that shell. I don't know where that one went. If you hide behind objects like trees or whatnot, the shell hits it and it doesn't do anything. And I'll hopefully get a demonstration of this in a minute. I'll try to hang around these fences and see if I can get a 105 to shoot at me. But for now, I'm going to back up and reset. I'm getting kind of close to their spawn. There's a guy behind me over there. Let's see. Get a nice firing position behind this building. A little bit of camouflage. There we go. There's a guy. You can see it blew up on that fence. I actually hurt myself right there because of the fence. So if somebody's shooting at you, hide behind a fence. Or a tree, or any object, and the high explosive shell won't penetrate through it typically. I can't give you a money back guarantee, but it saved my life quite a bit when these things are shooting at me. Knocked down this concrete pillar because I don't want a high explosive shell exploding off of it. Oh look, right here. See? He just hit that concrete cylinder, and his shell did nothing. I fired over the fence, hit him. I'm going to back up. Let's see if I can get him to explode another fence post. He just hit the fence. His shell did nothing. I'll just fire through it. I'm going to back up and let him hit another fence. This is actually kind of fun. Oh no, T-34, don't, no, bad T-34. And that T-34 got wiped out. Not by him though. Other T-34 evidently. There we go, over the fence. He's not shooting at me. Maybe I disabled his barrel. That's sloped armor. There we go, side of the turret. This should be good. There we go. And let's pull forward. I hear something shooting over there. Oh, here we go. M4A1. Ooh, that's a... He's toast. And like I said, that high explosive shell, when it hits the side like that, side of turrets, side of tanks, it's usually one hit kill. When it hits the sloped armor of things, it's not a one hit kill. There we go. Watch Sherman. Sherman, side turret, kill. That's why this fucking gun is dominating everything. B-25, oh god. I said I don't think it's that broken per se. It's just the paddle rating and the matchmaking is just making this thing a bastard of ground forces right now. I actually thought, should I even make this video, because I felt dirty just playing this. Here we go, watch this. Kill. I mean, granted, if they turn their tank towards me, it would help their chances, but still. Life is a lot easier when your enemy cannot shoot back at you. Let's see if I can hit this guy. I missed. It's got a fast moving vehicle right there. Good luck to him. Back up here and take some cover. I actually expected this thing to take a little bit longer to reload too. We got a tank over there. I'm going to try not to shoot the friend. Oh, they killed him. Alright. I didn't want to try to trick shot a 105, lob it over a friendly into the enemy. My luck, it'd kill everybody over there. 2 friendlies and 1 enemy kill. That doesn't make it a right. Alright, so let's push over and see what other trouble we can get into. I hear an AA vehicle shooting over here. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. What's that? Oh, look at this guy. T-34. See, right on the rear of the armor, even though he's on fire, you see that right in the back of the engine compartment, not a kill. I can't figure out this high explosive shell for the life of me, what it is and isn't destroying. Twig stops it. Frontal armor stops it. Side armor, the entire thing explodes like a nuclear bomb went off. I almost think that Gaijin might, if they're going to keep putting in things like this in the Priest, might want to look at possibly setting up like a new type of gameplay system. And I mean this like, you know, if any of you have ever played Arma 2 or Arma 3, where they have the the artillery computer, and you basically put the waypoint down, and then it lobs shells at that as they're loaded. That might be something for them to think about if they want to try to, if they want to put these big guns in here and not do what I'm doing right now. Try and limit it to where, you know, you have the artillery map you place, and then you just keep firing as the shells are coming. And the further away you are, of course, the less accurate it is, blah, blah, blah. But they actually put this thing into a role, and it'd be player-controlled artillery. It's just an idea of how I was thinking about how can they, you know, how can they put these things in the game. I don't think they're going to pull this tank out or delete it off the server or off the game, per se, because it's already here. They did the modeling, they did the damage models, you know, they did the shells, they did everything. They're not going to pull this out just because it's dominating. If anything, they're just going to send it to a battle rating where it can't be harmful anymore. But I think the real solution is, if they're going to put in these American artillery pieces like this, come up with create a solution, and not just a decimal point. Look at that majestic IL-2 go. So that's just my thought. Like I said, the panic is ensued until this gets a battle rating. I'm expecting a hot patch any day, hopefully, to... What the fuck, that light bulb? Hoping there's a hot patch that'll just send this thing up, like I said, another tier. And ground forces can... What the hell? I'm trying to make a point here, and the light bulbs are... Physics confirmed. Patch 1.47. You have now entered the Twilight Zone. Anyway, see if I can make this one do it. Anyway, I suspect a decimal point adjustment will be coming in a hot patch, hopefully shortly. It shouldn't be that hard, you know. Have an intern type a decimal and then hit send patch. But it could be more difficult than that. Just saying. Alright, let's see the rewards. I think I got 5 or 6 kills. 6 dirty, awful kills, but... This won't last forever. It can't last forever. Hey, I got a star. And big shot. Isn't that appropriate? Anyway, like I said, it's a 105 Sherman. It's probably going to stay around. It just needs to be fixed. And until then, we're all going to have to suffer with it. Love you. Bye.